Hey, it's Melly, and I am here to give you another video logo debriefing. This logo is for Shelly, and it is Sweet Soul Pet Connection. Let me flip you around.
All right, so this was my first sketch page, and I was just kind of tuning in and noticing what images came to me. I got the image kind of a lollipop. I got the image kind of a rope, whether it's a candy rope or a leash and a heart, wings. I got the sense of I was playing around with the idea of magnets. And then you can see I was playing around with the idea of a cat and magnets. And then it just kind of evolved. So then the idea of the halo came through, and not halo as in it's necessarily a pet that's passed, but halo in that, focusing on the element of the soul, that each animal is a soul, whether or not it's, still here in the 3D realm or has passed over the rainbow bridge. So then I was playing around a little bit, and I had the idea of you showing the ears and then a halo and maybe some wings. So that this was all kind of just playing around, kind of fleshing out the ideas that were coming to me. And then you can see down here, this was kind of the first step when I thought, well, what if we put, the silhouettes of 3 different animals together and had halos over the top. And the halos are just an idea, not completely dedicated yet. But then I flipped the page over, and you can see I started playing more. So this was kind of the next thing. The idea of kisses came through, and I added the halos later. And I wasn't sure about the kisses. This is very rough. Kiss mark. So that's an idea, having kisses scattered. The idea of the rainbow came through because there is the concept of the rainbow bridge that relates pretty specifically to animals. I don't hear it as much related to humans as with animals. And then the idea of the halo, and this was kind of what took me on the next trajectory, the halo with wings, but the wings, it's like a candy wrapper. So it was carrying over the idea from the first page of the lollipop, making it, a candy. So it's a play on the idea of sweet and soul with the wings and the halo. So sweet as it's a candy, a wrapped candy, with the little wrapper twisted at the ends, and soul. So it's sweet soul. So the idea of the halo and the candy wrapper idea came through as well. And then I was weaving the pets into it. So you can see down here, I was sketching around some more. These are kind of the last 2. You can see it got a little bit messy. I think I smeared my watercolor. But the idea of having the silhouettes, bringing this down, echoing, the whole circle, the wholeness. So the rainbow leads into this, kind of like a sweet candy wrapper with the little dots, a very sweet treatment down there. And then I was playing around with a couple ideas for text, having sweet soul knocked out, maybe in white, or maybe in red on white or pink on white or something, with pet connection underneath, or having the whole sweet soul pet and then connection kind of arched down there. So you can see here I had the little halos here. I could also take the halos out and repeat this, flush out this lips treatment, the little kisses, because blowing kisses, sweet. If you didn't want to emphasize that so much. And then this one, I brought down that candy wrapper, sweet soul, and then incorporated it with the pets, with the rainbow, with the sweet kind of candy store treatment down here. So this is kind of the I guess final rough concept, if you will, but you can see there's a lot. And it's just kind of a progression. All of these are really progressions of what initially comes to me. And remember, on page 1, I had the lollipop was the very first image that came to me. And so I thought it was really interesting that then, it kind of flushed out into, that double, the double meaning of, halo and wings, soul, and then candy, wrapped candy, sweet. So sweet soul, which could, really just be one image. I mean, this could be sweet soul, but then you don't have the pets. So I was bringing the pets into it down here. And it could even be, a little bit simpler if this feels too complex to you, but I really love, I really feel the resonance of, the colors and the lightness, and that the idea of tying, the candy into it, the sweetness, because animals also, with that heart connection, they tend to bring us back to our innocent selves, our innocent childlike selves. And so that innocence, you know, with the rainbow and the candy tie-ins, really feels like it connects on that level, on that soul level of that sweetness and that connection and that innocence and purity that we have as humans when we are children, and then often need to re-find it when we become adults. So I hope you enjoyed that logo debriefing, and happy
And then this is one more
Thanksgiving.
that I just cleaned up really quickly, with the same idea with the sweet soul, you know, halo, wings, soul, candy wrapper, the rainbow, and then cleaned up with some little cute little dots, etc. So I was also playing around with the idea, which I didn't want to mess it up, so I didn't play, but if I took my watercolor brush and kind of filled this in, you know, with kind of like that sky-ish color, that's another possibility to kind of give it a little bit depth, give it a little bit of depth in there. So there we go.